Hello and welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Ross Sr. And this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I hope you guys out there, I would love for you guys, if you would, say a prayer for the folks that are dealing with the hurricane damage that just hit Florida and Puerto Rico and other islands up and down the coast, and just on land too. There was some destruction on land. Let's make sure on land, let's make sure we keep those folks in our prayers. Make sure we cannot forget about Brittany Griner, as she's about to, I think she's about to go before the jury here real soon. And I think she's facing like 9 years, 10 years. And hey, you know, I haven't been following the case that much, but still try to stay, you know, be aware of what's happening. And Brittany Griner, hey sister, we love you and we praying for you that the outcome is great for you on this end. So listen, I'm here with my special guest. Not my special guests, they are special, but they here with me all the time. We have Mr. Femi Ashinoa and Candy T. Jeter. How y'all folks doing today?
Great.
No, that's right.
Great.
No, that's right.
What's up out there, everybody?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody feeling today?
I know that's right. I hope y'all doing okay. We doing great over here.
Yes, sir. I'm happy today.
I know that's right. Me too, brother. Me too. What about you, Candy? How you feeling?
I'm doing awesome.
No,
As
that's
usual,
right.
I'm doing awesome. I'm busy. I'm tired sometimes.
Yeah.
But hey,
You doing all right,
this
right?
is the bright spot. I can come in here and unwind.
I know, right?
I know
yeah.
that's right.
I ain't got to answer a door or a phone.
I
I
know.
have to feed a dog or a person
Right.
or a cat.
Man,
Right.
gotta love it, right?
Right.
Man. Oh, man. Listen, condolences go out to our cameraman, James Washington Wu. Listen, man, we praying for you, brother.
Yeah, condolences go out.
Yes. Condolences to you and your family, man. Blessings and peace, man. We love you.
Love
We'll
you.
see you when you come back, brother.
Yes, woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yes. So listen, we're going to touch on a topic on today. Again, you know, we do decide to touch on certain conversations. You know, we don't do it from the perspective of gossiping and bashing, but, you know, we had this conversation to put some perspective on it, but also see some light in what we see happening. There's some darkness and some light. You know, it's duality. We have good and evil in us as humans. There's good and bad in us. You know, everybody ain't all good.
Nah.
Nah, everybody got something they dealing with.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
just say that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to tackle this the best way we can. And again, this is from our perspective. And, you know, shout out to all our listeners out there, North Carolina Stand Up and everybody else. Bonjour to Brussels, Belgium, and Brazil. Shout out to you, Brazil. Hola. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. So listen. So we had something that popped up. I know it's popping up on everybody's timeline right about now. And
Oh, yeah.
it's the incident that we saw happening. Well, it's typical things that we see from our brother Kanye and, you know, Candace Owens. You know, they teamed up together to wear a shirt called White Lives Matter. And, you know, from Kanye's perspective, he says that Black Lives Matter was a scam. That's what he says. And, of course, the one thing that I love about him is he provokes thought. He does. He makes you think. He will make you think about something, and then he will bring his perspective, you know, from his perspective of what he thinks when he decided to do that. You know, he's a smart dude. He's a genius, really. He's very intelligent. He's an artist, and I think we have to remember that he is an artist, that he is an intelligent being, and he has a perspective. He's just got a lot of money. So it's magnified. You know what I'm saying? The more money you got, then who you are is magnified. And that's just so true. You know, the more money you got, then you get a chance to see the real you uses to come forth, you know, magnified. Let's say that, you know.
Right.
So we were talking about it a little bit earlier as we were talking about it with him wearing the White Lives Matter shirts and him and Candace Owens, which we know Candace Owens definitely will make you think. She is a Republican, and that sister just make you think. You know, she'll piss you off, but she'll say some good stuff too that makes sense. You know, I think we all kind of agreed on that. And just like Kanye, he can say some things that will provoke thought and say, wow, you know what? I think he's right in what he's saying. And then he'll take you on this journey with him, and you're like, whoa, wait, hold on, Kanye, hold on, man. You missed me. Explain yourself, brother.
Goes left sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it goes left, and we don't always understand it. But we all have to agree that we all have a perspective. We all have an opinion. And so, all right. White Lives Matter. As he wore that, they both wore that shirt, and he said Black Lives Matter is a scam. And guess what? There have been some things that have happened with.
But does it say where they were when they wore that?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I know he had some type of show he had to do recently. I don't know. I'm not real sure, but I didn't go into detail. But you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, Black Lives Matter has been scrutinized, and there's some things that I guess you can say, hey, yeah, good point, you know, about it.
Right. Well,
you know,
all lives matter.
All lives matter, you know, and there's some things, and, you know, that we all kind of agreed on, like, okay, there was some good that happened out of that, but there's something else that I'm not quite sure what the angle is, you know, what's going on. You know, we still having these deaths happening with the no-knock warrants that are happening where they're kicking the door in and just shooting, you know, shooting, you know.
Police brutality.
Yeah, you can just kick the door in.
Right.
You can just kick the door in, and it's a no-knock warrant, you know.
Right.
And you go in, and, you know, the incident when a young man got killed.
While he was asleep.
You know.
But he woke up from the sleep.
He woke up, and he woke up to his death. He got shot. But at any rate, so with this happening, you know, I still am questioning, like, where Black Lives Matter at now?
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I digress. I really want to hear from my intelligent hosts here that just say some great things. And, you know, Candy, I'd love to start off with you and hear your thoughts about it. You said some great stuff in the beginning, and that's got to be heard. However you want to build on that.
Well, I think first I want to address that because I support freedom of speech. I love to hear people off the chain, whether they are agreeable or not.
Right.
And I noticed that as Black people, we are our own worst critics when people say things that we don't agree with.
Right.
And so that's why I am very careful when I criticize Candace Owens or Kanye West, because I am one who doesn't want my freedoms to be taken away.
Heck no.
And I don't want to be shut down, you know, if I say something that somebody disagrees with.
Contrary
I would like for somebody to just agree to disagree.
Right.
Exactly. And you have that right.
You have that right.
Yeah, just like they have the right to say what they want to say.
Right. It's just an opinion.
It's
Anyway.
just an opinion.
Right.
Yeah. And I just think that I was never a Black Lives Matter supporter.
Yeah.
I never was. And I'm always, because I always look at history and I know that most movements are cloaked in the pain of other people, but underneath it, there is a sinister agenda. Always.
Yeah.
And it's always going back to money. And they always say, follow the dollar. And so whenever something happens in our community as Black people, we are quick to jump on any movement.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then what happens is we expect that to be our savior.
Right.
And I am against all saviors, whether in Christianity
I'm with you.
or whether in politics.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
The word says work out your own salvation.
Right.
Please.
Right?
Amen.
And you're supposed to be doing that on a daily basis, not just when a tragedy comes. So when a tragedy comes and somebody swoops down and all of a sudden a movement pops up out of nowhere with funding, T-shirts, and they showing up at all these places,
organizations,
and they got all of this stuff. You're like, who's funding this?
Right.
And then when you find out who's funding it, a lot of the times it's the very people that's oppressing us.
Right.
Who was funding the Black Panthers? Who was funding all of these things that we were for? And then when it takes a turn for the worse, and then the curtains come down, then we find out the CIA is behind all of it, right? So I warn people, when things happen and emotions are high, Black people in particular,
yes, Lord,
calm the hell down.
You're right.
You're right. You're telling the truth.
Nobody is here to help us.
Man, I'll be the first to say I was guilty. I was guilty. I got caught up in it too.
And the no-knock warrants that you brought up.
Yeah.
Okay. Farmers go through the same thing because the government is after our food supply so that they can control everything. So farmers who are just trying to grow good food and without chemicals, without pretense, all of this food science that's being infiltrated into our food that's creating a whole lot of diseases and illnesses for people. They come up with something pure, and the farmer's like, hey, we'll pay you if you give up this farm and let us go ahead and manage this land. Some farmers sell out, but the ones that don't sell out, the government has been known to kick in their doors.
Man, come on.
Right?
Come on.
Plant some stuff on top of them.
Plant stuff on their crops and do stuff like that. So we have to stop thinking that we are the only victims on the planet.
Oh my God.
And so I don't like to hear Black people cry racism all the time. I don't like to hear Black people play the race card and say it's because we Black, it's because we Black. We already know that is out there.
We already know.
What's next?
Yes, what's next?
What we gonna do about it?
What we gonna do
How we gonna operate around it?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
To me, it's weak, and I don't like all of the movements around it and all of that kind of stuff. If something happens to my child, I'm going to your ass just like I would anybody else.
Right? You Black and white,
right?
That's right.
But it doesn't. It's not going to be. I don't need Black Lives Matter to come to my rescue.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Right.
No, I get exactly where you're coming from, because again, it goes back to what you said. Typically us as a people, we usually, when we vote Democratic. But when we look at the history of it, when we think about the 3 strikes you out, who put that in place? The point I'm making. But
affirmative action.
Yeah, but come on,
then who came in there and used all of the affirmative action? Come on, white females.
Right, talking about.
So you have to be careful.
You have to be careful. So when we look at all of that, no, I didn't say that. There's some things that the Republicans do that I don't agree with either. But there's a whole lot of shit that the Democrats do that you sit back and like, well, these are damn people that's really oppressing us.
Right.
When we really, really look at the full spectrum of it. the three strikes you out.
Right.
Freedom of speech.
Yes,
we're more censored by Democrats.
Come on now,
because Democrats have gotten on this being politically correct about everything. If you don't use the right pronoun, if you don't use this and say that and say and the Me Too movement and all of that, Republicans don't fool with all of that.
And really the Republicans, really what they're saying is, you get out here and you work for it, and you'll get it.
That's what they say.
I don't think welfare was designed for you to stay on it forever. I do believe that there is a season where you need the assistance. But don't stay there.
Right.
Because there's programs within that system
that'll get you out
of it.
If you want it.
If you want it.
Right.
So, just going back to what you said, you're absolutely right. A lot of times we just say, Democratic, I'm voting.
Yeah, I'm an independent.
I'm a Republican. You know what I'm saying?
My card says independent.
Right.
It don't even say. And I changed that after the last election. I was like, you know what? I'm independent because I really am independent. And I look at people's
everything.
Viewpoint.
Yeah.
And I don't. And a lot of times there's a argument that says, well, you need to back the candidate that has a chance of winning.
I agree.
Not necessarily the candidate that you believe in.
Right. Yes.
And that's kind of where we fall off because we put our beliefs over here and we go with the group think.
Yeah.
And so the candidate that should win often doesn't win because everybody's thinking like that. And
I agree with you.
People
and most of the time, people don't do their research. They just go by what? Oh, my friend is a Democrat, so I want to be from the barber talk. The barbershop talks or the beauty salon talks.
Yeah,
that's where I'm getting my information from. So I'm just gonna run with it. I'm gonna go with this set of people that. Oh, is there what's going on? Okay. Yeah. Instead of them do their own research and be their own person, they don't do that no more.
No, they don't.
People just sit around, want to get information from other people and just run with it. Mm-hmm. Instead of them going to get the proper informations.
Yeah.
They don't. It's just like what we're talking about now. We always want to play the victim all the time.
Always.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. There are times where, white folks are not always right. But, sometimes when you look at a situation, you're like, it always starts from home. Everything starts from home.
I like when you said that earlier.
Everything starts from home.
That's true, man.
You can't just look. I know people, even me coming from Africa, I came to this country, without nothing. Mm-hmm. But I made myself, to be where I'm at now.
Yeah.
It's not always the white man, this, the white man that. Okay, we've talked about this, the white man. Okay, what are we as a community? What are we as African American, what are we gonna do about it? We keep on saying the same thing over and over again. Yeah. Okay, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah, I agree.
Instead of we always putting ourselves down, we put each other down. We don't sit there and when every time we talk about a subject like this, it's some people get offended. Some people don't want to hear the truth.
Exactly.
When I get it. When a white cop shoots a black person, we quick to organize a Million Man March.
Yeah.
But as soon as a black person shoots another black person, it's normal.
Yeah. We have normalized it.
That's true.
We have.
So
in a sense, we have.
When are we as African American? When are we gonna stop all of this hatred towards one another? And start coming together and talk about certain things and trying to figure out the solution. We know what the problem is. Yeah. We've always knew what the problem is.
Oh yeah.
So when are we going to start fixing it?
Yeah.
When are we going to start fixing all these problems?
Oh yeah.
We always talk about the problem. The problem is this. Right. The problem is that. Okay, what are we doing to solve the problem?
Yeah.
I like what he said. We are always focusing. I've said that a lot. We always focus on the problem.
Always.
We always rah and about the problem.
Right.
But when somebody says, okay, this is a solution, then everybody get quiet. And then nobody want to do the work.
Everybody backs out. That's when, oh, man, I don't know. I got family.
Yeah.
You know, I got kids to... Okay, stop complaining then.
Oh.
Stop complaining. If you know you're not gonna stand for something and you just gonna fall for anything, stop complaining.
I agree with you on that.
So all what we're saying here is what I actually saw behind White Lives Matter.
Right.
Correct.
It was a very it was just an attention getter to say,
absolutely,
look at what y'all doing,
right,
and look at what we can do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
yeah,
and you're right. I agree 100%.
We got to remember who Kanye is too.
Right.
We have to remember him. We have to remember the artist. First of all, the artist that he is, and then he's going to push the limit. He's done it in his career. So in this,
that's right.
What he's doing now is he's still doing it.
And look how hard he pressed to get where he is, because they were just dismissing him in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And he was relentless. So that same relentlessness that he had, like you said, to get where he is, he gonna throw that out there.
Right.
Oh, he just gonna do it.
And one of the reasons why I think, and this is my opinion, one of the reasons why I think Kanye is going to where he's going is because in the beginning of his career, or when his mother, he was from Chicago,
right,
and he's seen it all, and it was just him and his mom, and then when his mom passed away, then it kind of suppressed him a little bit, but at the same time, then he starts shifting when he married Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Once he married her, then he starts seeing the other side. Now he has mixed kids, biracial kids. So now he's looking at, okay, how am I gonna, if a situation comes up, being that I'm black and the mother to my kids
is non-black.
So now my kids are in the middle. So I think that's where the perspective of him looking at both ways.
And not only that, he's a billionaire. So the company that he's keeping,
economics plays a big role.
It plays a big role in the way that he's
capitalism.
Yeah, the way he's moving.
Right.
It's a huge. I mean, you're a billionaire. Right. So you hanging out with Oprah, you hanging out with Tyler Perry, you hanging out with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and
the billionaires of the world.
Elon Musk. I mean, when you think about that, so the mindset is going to be totally opposite from somebody who
first started.
Yeah, come on, man. This man ain't playing with $100,000. That's change to him.
That man is $6.5 billion rich right now.
So he touching. I mean, you're talking about playing in a whole nother. So what he's seeing, he's looking from a billionaire's eyes, and he's like, "I'm black. I worked hard to get here. We have got to change.
Yes,
our thinking.
Yes,
we got to change the way we look at things.
We have to.
We got to stop being so damn sensitive.
Right,
I'm trying
about
to tell
everything.
You.
That's probably where he's going with this.
I really feel like that's where he's going.
But I must admit,
he knows Black Lives Matter.
Oh yeah,
all right.
He does.
He knows that.
He knows that.
His mother raised him right.
But I must admit, when I saw that, I wanted to smack both of them in the back of their damn head. I ain't gonna even lie to you. The black man in me was like, what the hell are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, I had to take a step back, and that's what we have to take a step back, like you said, and kind of just like
look at the big picture.
Look at who Kanye is, right?
Yeah.
Right. We already know who Candace Owens is.
No,
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She is just who she is.
In her own little world.
I respect her, though, because she's very outspoken.
Right.
You know, to hear her as she was debating with Cornel West, who is Black Godfather, right? Yes, right. I love Cornel West.
Yes.
So to hear them debate, but not only that, to hear her respectfully disagree with him,
right?
It just showed the beauty of us still.
You remember when her and Tip got into it?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
But it was beautiful, though.
But he lost control.
He did.
And she didn't. And he didn't let her talk.
Right.
And she was making good points.
Right.
Yeah, she was.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We have to bring down the charge. And we need to do that in our personal relationship.
We do.
We need to do it at work.
Yes.
Right.
We need to do that everywhere. We need to learn emotional discipline as a people, because we miss out on a lot of opportunities for truth. I don't care whether I agree with you or not, but when I know your truth, I can relate to you better.
Right.
Yes.
And I can't change your truth.
No.
I can integrate
even
integrate your truth in certain ways.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Your truth might be useful.
Right.
Might not be, I might not agree with it, but it might be useful at some point in my life when I can come back and say, Timmy, you know, when you were saying that in 1987, I didn't agree with that.
Right.
But
now
has gone by, and I see exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
and that's all. That's all.
And you're
both of them.
Candy, you're absolutely right.
The both of them. That's all they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Candace Owens, in the seat that she sits in. First of all, we're ignorant to politics as a people. Sometimes we're very ignorant.
We are.
We don't pay attention to politics. We don't pay attention to economics. We don't do any of that.
No,
sociology.
Right.
Yeah.
We just get our I said, we just get our information from the barbershop and the beauty salons and think.
And we're doing better.
That's just the way it is.
And I want to say that we're doing better.
Oh, yeah.
We're becoming very vigilant. We're becoming very aware of what's happening around us.
Yes.
Even when it comes to the green movement, you know.
Right.
Even with understanding that on a whole, I'm trying to get better about it, you know, just to understand how all of this works.
Right.
You know, the ozone layer is being affected.
Right.
You know, why is it being affected?
Right.
You know, these are questions that typically for so many years, I'll just say from my lens as me being a man and a black man, I probably didn't think about that much.
Right. You're
but
right, Ross.
The more I pay attention to it, I'm like, oh, that little girl was right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She was right in what she was saying.
Right.
We got to change some things. We got to get back to this. And she was a child.
Right.
But she's a young adult now, but what she did. So I think it's necessary that we start becoming vigilant and we keep what's good.
And take out the garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the stuff that's good that we know is right, we keep.
Right.
And then the other stuff, you move around it.
Right.
You kind of just move around it. You know it's out there.
Right.
So you just let it be.
Right.
Because it's what it is.
Right.
And you just move accordingly.
Right.
Said, it ain't no, I'm tired of hearing about it. It is what it is.
No, it's
but
because we always making excuses.
Yeah.
Every time things like this happen, we always trying to make excuses to benefit ourselves.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just to benefit ourselves.
You know, I saw, speaking on what you were saying, you know, I was listening at, I can't think of his name right now, ex-football player, played for the Detroit Lions, and he made a comment as it pertains to Kaepernick and his movement. It was totally opposite of what you probably thought he would have said.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like...
Not Megatron?
Megatron, yes.
Right.
I don't know if you saw it.
Right.
I think he might have been on The Pivot or I Am Athlete, one of those great podcasts.
I think I know.
But,
I saw what you
he said something very, very profound, And I even took a step back.
Right.
I was like, wow, I didn't look at it from that perspective. Because from his attitude, it was like, look, I ride with him, but those people who fail for you, they need jobs. You know, why you didn't start something to give them jobs?
Right.
Something that Fat Joe said. We need financial relationships, and we need
healthcare,
and
right.
we need relationships.
Right, with the
people who can get us to where we need to go. We need that support. We don't have that support system.
Right.
You know, when I think about us on a whole and everything that we're doing in here at Ross Cloud, to me, this is what support looks like.
Yes.
We have our wonderful intern here. She's taking pictures.
Right.
She's working under the umbrella of Woo's company.
Right.
Here we are at Ross Cloud. You guys are here provoking thought, and this is a team unit, but we all are on the same playing field where we're like, look, I'm going to help you. We're going to do this, promote your book.
Right.
Femi, you got this. We're going to promote this. She's taking snapshots. Listen, we're going to promote everybody in here for the greater good of we all are growing, trying to get to the same place.
Right.
If we can start doing that more for each other, I believe we just see a whole lot of change that will happen.
Done it before.
And we've done it before. It can be done.
We've done it before.
We have.
And I
think it's getting better.
It's getting better.
It's getting better. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm not harping on it, acting like it's not happening.
Yeah.
But, you know, we want to see more, though.
Right.
And it starts with us.
We see LeBron James doing it.
Yes.
LeBron is doing it.
Magic Johnson
is doing it.
Quite a few folks.
Yeah, quite a few.
Charlamagne the God. He has the Black Effect.
He's doing it.
He's doing it.
And, you know, I'm not going to put our brothers and sisters down. There are people out there that are really doing it.
Yes.
But we just don't have enough people that we could come together as a unit and say, look, you know, if you help me, I help you. And then once you help me, I could help somebody else.
Yes.
And then that other person could help.
Yeah. To your point, that's what Fat Joe was saying, you know, like, hey, you know, I got this. Hey, brother, I want to see you. Man, you've been working for me how long? Take $100,000. You can still stay, but go ahead and start your own thing, man. What you say you like to do? Man, I'll give you $100,000 to start it. I don't want nothing back.
Wow.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, that's support. Now, of course, you can't do that all the time.
Yeah.
But in some of those moments, it's a start.
Right.
You can find yourself in those predicaments or in those situations and say, hey, I'm going to give this person this. Because I believe they can elevate their game to the next level. I see something in them. Right. Hey, you know what? I'm going to pay for your first 6 months of school.
Right.
You've been working for me or working under this umbrella for this long. Here.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this. I'm about to step it up here. You can have this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To get somebody else started. And you don't have to always do that. But, you know, we're just making a point like that you know how that would help somebody?
Right.
Yeah.
And a good prime example is just like Chris did. Chris called me up and have me be a part of this. That's how now you helping me.
Yeah.
Now you called Candy up.
Yeah.
Now you helping her.
Yeah, right. I see what your point. Yeah.
I mean, and I'm so grateful.
And we don't need to flip on each other.
No.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
And not flip on each other.
That's right. We don't have to. We just stay in the lane.
Right. And I think Chris, I thank you for this opportunity.
Oh man, it's all good,
Candy,
man. I
for the opportunity
because thank y'all.
Without y'all, I won't be sitting here right now.
Yeah.
It's because of you. And it's because of, you know, the things that you brought to this platform is making me better and better.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just want to take that time and you know, just say, Chris, I really, really, I'm grateful.
Hey, brother, you know what? I want to say that with all humility. Yeah, with all humility, man. I appreciate it. I just knew that when God gave me this gift to be able to do this, I knew it wasn't about me. And I think across the board, when we kind of like get really a full understanding that, I want a great sponsorship. I want a great deal. But at the end of the day, this platform could be really, really helping somebody.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we may not have like this huge platform. We reaching millions.
Right.
But we touching some folks.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I think about the people that we're touching,
right,
those are the people we're supposed to touch.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think with the Kanye's West and Candy's Owens, those are there's certain people that they're going to touch.
Right.
They're even provoking thought in us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to make us just sit back a minute and just think like, okay, I kind of see from the perspective he's coming from, but man, he got to miss me with wearing that outfit.
Yeah.
And he got to miss me with wearing that though, bro. I don't get it.
And then make America great again.
And you know.
With the hat.
With the hat. So, you know, he throws us off with a lot of his antics, but on the flip side of that, he is empowering quite a few people. He is a person that's going back, getting a lot of people that was in his circle and helping them become who they're supposed to be, whether it's through their masters, whether it's helping them start their business, taking them in his team and just branching off. It's real smart. One of the things that I love that he said that got me, he was like, he's like, the earth is free. And, you know, of course, it was funny. He said, it's free. Mm-hmm. He said, we out here buying cars and putting rims on them. And yeah, that stuff look good. I'm not acting like, you know, it doesn't look good. Oh, yeah.
He does.
It look real good. Right. We sitting in a Bentley. Sitting pretty. What? Or a Maybach. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, you kidding? Yeah, of course that looks good.
And that's what we are. That's right. Since the beginning of time.
Yeah. But when you think about what he's saying, he's like, man, you better go get you some land.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
There's plenty of this land for sale.
Right.
It's out there, baby.
America's for sale.
America's for sale, right?
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, it's the truth.
And it is. It is. We don't want to hear it, but it is. Because you see the Asians coming in here, buying up stuff. You see the Europeans coming in here, buying up stuff. You see, you know, a little bit of the Africans coming in here.
Yeah, they're coming in here.
You know, buying up stuff.
Yeah.
But then you look at the Black Americans, then they like.
Well, I think too, we feel like we built this place.
Yeah. Don't we?
And I think that we have the weirdest relationship with America.
Don't we?
Out of all the people on the planet.
All the people on the planet.
Because we're not from here, but we built it. And it is us.
It's us.
Even amongst ourselves, we still have those funny relationships.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Even amongst ourselves, we still have those funny relationships.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I said, who the hell he think he is driving that kind of car?
Yeah. No. Like he's not supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yeah, he must be selling drugs.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
That boy ain't nothing but a crook, or a con artist, or a crook. You know,
he must be fraudulent.
Yeah.
You know, things of that nature.
Yeah, man.
I mean, why is it that we our own worst enemy?
I agree with that.
We wake up every day, look in the mirror. Who do we see ourselves?
We see ourselves, man.
Right.
But at the same time, we bash ourselves.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Because if I see you my brother.
Yeah.
And then turn around, forget him.
Yeah. We'll do that in a minute.
We do that in a second.
And we do it most when we're angry with ourselves.
Right.
Yes. Ain't that the truth?
They say hurt people hurt people.
It's true.
Right.
It's true. It's true.
So
I know that when I was in Nausi Hakima for about 8 years, all of my rants were around race and things like that.
Yeah.
And for a while, it made sense. But when you find yourself going in circles with it, then you have to ask, now, am I willing to grow past race? Right.
Right.
Am I willing to grow past this? Because you say the same thing after a while, over and over and over.
Yeah.
And then you got to look at where change comes from. And once you look at the fact that change comes from within you, you can no longer continue to point the finger about what everybody else is doing.
Speak on
right?
it.
Well, you can't.
So when you look at the fact that, and I've said this before, that all isms are made up. So if racism is made up, how far can you get with that argument? Because that's what causes the insanity. That's why you don't do a movement against racism. Morgan Freeman asked, what do you do? They asked Morgan Freeman, what do you do about racism? He said, ignore it. Well, a lot of people were against that, but what you resist persist.
Yeah.
We love to say that.
Say that again,
but
please.
then when
Please
something pops up, first thing we want to do is fight it.
Yes,
but
sir.
if you fight it, you give it life. You give it energy. You give it a name. You give it, and it becomes a whole entity unto itself, and it hijacks your brain, and it causes you to act from the very place that you are trying to squash.
That's so true.
So if you don't want racism to continue, stop acting on behalf of racism.
That's the truth.
Let it
Ain't
go.
that the truth?
Right? You don't need to say white lives matter. You don't need to say black lives matter. You don't need to say all lives matter. What you need to do is look at what you're doing in your life.
Ooh, say that again.
Yes, sir.
Please say that again. Say that again.
I'm telling you, I'm so sick of it.
Oh, say that again.
I believe Candy's angry.
She is. She is. Say it again. She is telling the truth.
Yeah, I love it.
Telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
We all adults.
Yeah.
I mean, once we were all kids.
Yeah.
Growing up, seeing we saw a lot of things in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Till this point that we're in our lives. You just sit back and look at like, what? Why are we still doing the things that we're doing?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, we want to be partial when it comes to certain things. You know, want to overlook things.
Right.
Even with, I'm gonna say it. Even with these owners calling these players niggas, but we still
Lord.
say what's up, my nigga.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So it's a lot going on in the columbarium of that, because I still use it from time to time.
Me too.
Whenever I'm talking amongst, my people in an endearing way.
Right.
So it's, the powerful thing about it is we did take the word and we did turn it around and we reused it.
All right.
For a term of endearment, which is pretty powerful.
Well,
it's almost like we took our pain and we made it beautiful.
They said that the NIGGA stands for Never Ignorant Getting Goals Accomplished.
Yeah.
So that's what Tupac said.
That's what he said.
He said never ignorant getting goals accomplished.
Okay.
So hey,
now
and
you
they've
would
taken
have
the term bitch and they've turned it into other things.
Oh my goodness, right?
Very, 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 very positive.
Yeah.
And being a breeder and having a bitch.
Oh,
now I really see what a real one
female
is.
Dog, correct?
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Because honestly, she is one, and she is doing her job, and I have a new respect for it. I'm gonna tell you right now, a bitch is a nurturer. They feed, they tend to the young. So what was meant for bad can be turned into good, because they took that and they turned it into something bad.
You know what? I see where you're going. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with
See that coming.
And you know what? I didn't see it coming, but I like the perspective on it. But you better not go home and call your wife no bitch, though. Okay? Or your girlfriend.
No, but it's something how we play on words and
Absolutely.
give it power.
We give it power.
Right?
That's so true, Karen.
I didn't like what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. one thing for sure, you need to look at what people are doing.
That's right. That's right.
Words do hurt.
Oh, yeah.
They do hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the context in which you use the word hurts even the most.
Yes.
You know.
And you know when somebody using it the wrong way.
Exactly.
You know.
That tongue right here, boy.
Oh, boy.
You got to be sweet.
Cut you deep.
Thing cut you deep, won't it?
Tonality, all of that. You can just tell just about somebody's tone, how they feel. Like you said, Candy mad about that thing. You know, right? Because my tone changed. Right?
Very passionate about what you're talking about.
And we are energetic beings, and so I think that when we're talking about race, there is an energy that's attached to racism.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have to be so careful not to give it more.
Right.
Yeah, because we can find ourselves being in that same situation.
We can't give it more.
Well, it turns into hate. They're putting that hate on us, and then we want to put it back on. So it's a thin line.
It is.
You got to walk when you're receiving that kind of, emotion or feeling towards you. It's you got to guard yourself as much as you can. Go ahead, Phoebe.
And one thing that I just want to say is, we need to stop being so emotional.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything is not always. You got to be emotional. About everything.
Right.
Certain things, it do touch. Yeah. But this new generation, and not just this new generation, it's just whatever is in this atmosphere right now, that is just working through the earth right
Evil
now.
Is coming all around the land.
I mean, we have
happening.
We have forgotten the Almighty.
Yeah.
We have forgotten the
Amy getting ready to preach.
He is, ain't he?
The universe. We have forgotten whatever you want to call it, God, Allah. We have forgotten. We have forgotten that part.
Yeah.
Everybody's just on eggshell. Like you gotta nowadays you gotta watch what you say.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You have to come you have to speak properly. Those are the things that we're facing now.
Right.
So
it's a time and a place for everything, though.
You're right.
There's a time and a place for everything.
You're right.
But I get where you're going with that.
Right.
I totally understand where you're going with that.
Yeah, because when you're talking about just looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. You if you're gonna go that route, which is the best route to go, to be honest with you, in a lot of cases, because at the end of the day, that's really what we're up against. Spiritual energy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so being able to take care of your own. And make sure it ain't going out there doing crazy stuff.
Right.
True.
Right.
True.
Right.
That's your part.
That's your part.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, people will act towards you the way you feel about yourself.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
And we, a lot of times as a people, feel like victims. So people treat us like pets. If we gonna act like we are powerless, and then somebody come along and treat you like you're powerless, why are you surprised? We gotta stop. We can't have it both ways.
No.
Either we are powerful and we're gonna live in that.
We got to live in it.
Or we are gonna be helpless little animals that need somebody to pick us up off the street and bottle feed us and do this and do that. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need to help our brothers and sisters.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, no.
If you see somebody drowning, if you see somebody is needs help, and you say and you can and you're in a position to help them, you help them.
You help
right.
them.
You know, but at some point, if you keep being in that same situation, do you really need help?
Do you really need help? Yeah.
Do you really need help? Do you even want help?
Right.
Yeah.
Keep doing the same thing over and over.
Insanity.
And over and over again.
Yeah, insane.
Right.
Yeah, so we can stop. We can stop all of this whenever we get ready.
Right.
You know, I like what both of you have said, and you know what you said earlier. It did make me think about home. You know, it starts at home.
It starts at home.
And what you alluded to, you said, hey, I got to make sure mine don't be out here doing nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, family member, cousin, children, aunt, mom. If your mama a ratchet, it's mama, you need to chill. We hope that ain't the case, but if your mama ratchet,
stop that ratchetness.
Mama, stop. Yeah.
Stop
chill out, mama. Whatever the case may be.
You was raised better than that.
Yeah.
Stop it. You've been watching all this reality shows.
Oh, I don't see, man, listen, you see some ratchet mamas out there too, don't you? Oh, ratchet grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Cuss you out. Boy, be ready to throw hands, boy.
60 years old, still talking about, I'll get down. Get what? What you get down? Get down with what? Better get down and go to bed. I gets down.
Right. Get your tail out.
You better take that chew pill.
Boy, I know
hey,
that's
the
right.
bed right there. Go lay down, Mom.
Take a nap. Take a nap.
You ain't getting down nothing. Get these pills and get down and lay down.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
You should be resting.
Right.
You should be resting. So let us not be too alarmed over this White Lives Matter. Let's look at it, please look at it, in
a different perspective.
Right. But also look at it the way you want to look at it. Right. If it look jacked up to you, then it's jacked up to you. Yeah. We have to put perspective on it, so
yes,
I understand, because boy, I'm gonna tell you, black folks were wide open with this one, Jack. I was like, here we go.
I didn't even see it.
You know what?
Honestly, it wasn't until you brought to my attention today.
Yes,
it was on my IG line. I saw that.
I saw it, but you know what? I did not know it was Kanye.
It was.
I didn't know that.
It said Kanye West and Candace Owens.
Yeah. I didn't even know that. I just saw the picture. I was like, who are these bozos wearing? That's the first thing I said. Who are these idiots wearing these damn shirts? That's what I was saying to myself. No disrespect to either one of them, but that's what I said. I was like, man, what is black folks wearing this? What's up? What's going on? And then, later on, I saw the news. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of expect it. You kind of expect that from those two individuals,
Yeah.
They're real smart, very intelligent folk.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a great topic. And we gotta give some respect to our camera lady here. She gave us that.
She did. She said,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was a great way to get our attention on that. Because, we wasn't even thinking about it. And when you said it, I was like, that man, why he's showing me the picture of it. I'm sitting here like, wow. But, it's interesting. And I understood what he was saying, the both of them, from the perspective where he was coming from. I guess sometimes whenever Kanye and Candace Owens, they both provoke, thought in individuals, then a lot of times your mouth drop open. Yeah. You even had Cornel West stuttering.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, sister. So I understand and I get it, but
this was at a Paris Fashion Week on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was his show. Yeah. He was having a fashion show, if I'm not mistaken.
At Paris Fashion Week on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to Mr. West. There's a lot to Mr. West. Mr. West is in a whole nother world.
Planet.
He's in his. Kanye is in his world.
Like you said earlier. When you're a billionaire,
hey,
and he doesn't care.
He don't
what
care.
you think.
You don't.
And I love that. I must admit, I love that about him, because
people are hating him so bad.
They are.
He's continuing on.
Right.
He doesn't care at all.
He said, "I'm gonna wear my moon boots. I'm gonna wear this outfit. I don't give a damn what you say about me.
Yeah."
And I'm going to show y'all what it is.
Right.
Yeah. And it's going to be funny because
I'm going to show you, though.
Right. Later on, it's a lot of people that were like that, where later on down the line, people were like, wow.
They're right.
Look at here, you know.
Right.
he's really saying a lot. And you know what's so crazy? He's not just speaking to black folks. He's speaking to everybody.
Everybody.
And he's telling everybody, yeah, y'all laughing at this clothing that I'm wearing, but one day y'all gonna have to wear this clothing.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to wear these boots.
They already wearing it
Y'all gonna have to wear these tactical vests.
Right.
At this point, he's really sending a message.
Right.
He's thinking Armageddon.
Yeah.
Right.
I want you to just watch how he's moving.
Right.
That's where he's thinking.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's really thinking that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You
This
know?
is the guy that used to dress with, sweaters and, you know what I mean? Like, he used to,
If you pay attention to billionaires and what they're doing, they're speaking to us in a different language.
Right.
They're speaking in a language like, we know what the hell's finna happen in this world.
Right.
So listen, I'm going to sell this bunker, but I'm telling you, this is what you need to be doing.
Right.
Yeah,
You need to build a cement bunker.
Right.
Stop laughing at us and say,
That's
man,
right.
what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we laughing at
Yeah,
Elon
we're
Musk.
knocking on the door.
We knocking on the door.
Trying to get in.
And we're not looking at, some of these other billionaires that are buying like
You
dry
can get
food.
one for about 40,000.
Yeah.
20, 40,000. Instead of going out and getting a car.
Come on now.
Go on and get you one.
Go on and get you one.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend $1.5 million on a Bugatti or whatever, why don't you put that $1.5 million in something that's useful that people out here, I know that's his money. He worked hard for it.
Sure.
We all know that.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's somebody out here don't even have a dime.
Yeah, I get that too.
Name,
I get that too.
I
get that too.
But at the end of the day, I know he worked hard for his money, and that's his money.
Yep.
And he could do whatever he wants with his money, because at the end of the day, he's gonna be like, well, I started the way where you at now. Yeah. I was that person. Yeah. But if you know that you were that person, why don't you uplift that
I'll tell you why he's not. I'll tell you why he's not. Just going back to what he feels like he's giving it to you now. He's giving you the blueprint now. That's how he feels.
The knowledge.
Yeah, you're getting the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
He's mapping it out. He's showing you through example. Look, this is what you got to do. If you look at his career, if you look at Jay-Z's career, if you listen to their music, they've been telling a story from beginning to the end.
Right. Rihanna.
Rihanna. If you listen to their music and listen at everything they're doing, there's a story behind how they got where they are, right?
Yeah.
Whether we agree or disagree on how they got there, they're telling a story. And
that's right.
It goes back to Jay-Z laid a blueprint.
Right.
He did. And then the rest follow.
Right.
He was investing a long time ago. He's a billionaire. Ain't no telling what he was doing with his money in the early Rock Nation years, when they was Rockefeller,
right.
When they were doing that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what he was doing, what he was investing his money in.
Right.
Because the people he was trying to get to, they had all the money.
Right.
Yeah.
When we think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they're speaking a language that we need to be listening to. We need to be paying attention to. And, I remember when I was in the military, and I remember the first time I ate MREs, which are meal ready. They're meals, they're already ready. And they come packaged. It's horrible. It is. But
I bet you it is.
It is. It is, man. It's dry rations. It's the way it works is you pour water in it and you eat it.
But you're going to need it one day.
One day you're going to need it. So when I think about when I used to work in the kitchen, because I worked in the kitchen, we used to get the MREs and we used to take them out. But when I used to look at how much was in there, I mean, like you standing here and I'm like, I ain't gonna eat all this. This is for something else.
Right.
And I'm sure those MREs have evolved over the years.
Right.
Yeah.
They've probably gotten better. The best thing I must admit when I ate MREs was chicken a la king. I remember it.
That one was good.
That one was good. And them darn sourdough cookies. Sourdough cookies, or whatever you call them. Sourdough cookies. They were delicious.
Right.
But the other stuff, and the cheese and crackers was good. Well, one day we're going to need that.
Right.
I know we sit back and we laugh at people when they say that, but I just believe I don't need that. I think we're going to need that.
I don't.
I think we're going to go to one world government, and I think it's going to be hard to get what you need to get if you're not getting it now.
Mm-hmm.
I just believe that. I believe that's where it's going. So when I look at people like Kanye and the clothing that he's wearing, he's like telling you like this designer stuff ain't gonna mean nothing.
Right.
You're gonna have to wear tactical wear everywhere you go.
Right.
Wow.
You better get these guns.
Right.
Yeah. Stop using them on each other. Yeah.
Right.
Stop using it on each other. But you better have you something to protect your house with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And get the necessary training. I'm not against guns. I'm against people who are reckless, ignorant, and using them the wrong way.
That part.
But if you're going to educate yourself on those weapons, learn how to clean that weapon, learn what that weapon can do. Go periodically to the range and shoot. I mean, that's what we had to do when I was in the military. We had to keep the gun clean.
Yeah.
We had to go to range and shoot the weapon. We had to do that on a regular because you have to constantly educate yourself on the safety of using a weapon.
Right.
That's just it. But be ready to use it when that time comes.
Oh, yeah.
Be ready.
Be ready.
Oh, yeah.
So I like this conversation. I think this was an excellent conversation. I think you guys did an amazing job.
Thank you.
I give you guys a hand clap for that. I really do appreciate this team. And when I say this team, I mean everybody that has something to do with Ross Cloud. Because I can't do this by myself. Mm-hmm. It was just one person saying, hey, what about that White Lives Matter thing?
Yeah.
That sparked the conversation. And that's good.
And we ran with it.
Hey, they say the youth gonna run the world.
Oh, yeah. It's coming.
So our young folks, that's why I love having young people around us. They keep you fresh. They keep you kind of tuned in and aware of what's going on.
Right.
Think about it. We in our 50s.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We got this young lady that just, hey, what about? And we was able to run with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And y'all saw it and didn't think nothing of it.
We did.
And I ain't even see it.
We did.
I saw it.
We didn't think nothing of it.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't.
She just said it real calmly.
Right.
What y'all think about the Kanye, White Lives Matter, and Candace Owens?
Duh! Like I said,
it's like you had that moment, like,
right?
Thank you,
because I saw it.
Yeah,
because I saw it earlier. I saw it earlier today. I was like,
and I didn't even think about us, even talking about it. But I'm glad we did, because I think it needed. It's not gossip. It's really putting a perspective on what we saw today,
right?
And it will provoke thought in others,
right,
and make them think for a moment, like, dang. You know what? Yeah, that's true. I don't agree with that. They shouldn't have had that shit on. You'll have that too.
Yeah.
But that's good though.
That's good.
See, everybody's different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's thought process about it is different. And that's what we've got to learn to embrace as humans. We've got to be okay with somebody being different from us. Being okay with their thoughts, with their beliefs, their traditions.
Right.
Whatever they believe in. Hey, man, I just want you to come on in.
Right.
I just love you. Just don't hurt me.
I know that's right.
Don't hurt me. I won't hurt you either.
That's right.
I just love each other,
That's right.
I don't mind.
That's right.
So listen, I hope you guys have heard something on today that can help you become a better you. White lives matter, black lives matter, all lives matter. Hey, I just want to see everybody alive and be all right. Let's just keep loving each other and caring for each other and respecting each other.
Yes.
It's okay to have a different thought, a different perspective, a different outlook on life.
Opinion,
Hey, it's all good. So listen, this is the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm Carl Ross Sr.
And I am Candy T. Jeter.
And Femi Oshinowo.
All right, make it a great day and keep being great. Keep loving each other. Peace.